What's up, YouTube? So, this week, I'm going to be doing a storytime video. So, yeah, and I was in Seattle in August, and if you followed me on my channel back at that time, you know that I did like a vlog type thing, and yeah, and it was kind of fun. I just felt like doing it, and I went to a Mariners game, and my family went to went to a Seahawks game and went to the zoo, and we just went to a bunch of different museums, and I went to this place in Seattle called the EPM. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but yeah. So there at the EPM, there's this thing where there's like this new thing that they should put in where you can like have like a music concert type thing, and this like little old Asian lady and this other kid that I knew, or well, I didn't really know him, but like we had ended up being partners and stuff, and so I was like standing in line, and this lady like walks up and is like standing there, and I was like, gonna, and like how it works is you like get to pick a song, and like you get to choose whichever song you want, and like from like the options, of course, and like you pick a band name, and or you could like do it as like a solo act. Well, I like picked my band name, and I picked the song I was gonna do, Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and then like this lady like walks up, and like this kid's like standing there, and this lady goes, "Oh, you guys know each other?" And I was like, this like legit, this is how the lady sounded. Okay, I was like not trying to make fun of her or anything, but this is how actually really how the lady sounded. And so I was like standing there, and this lady walks up, and she's like, "Oh, you guys know each other?" And I was like, "Oh no, we don't know each other. Like we just came here like so separately." And she was like standing there, and then she go, "Oh, you guys be partners. I put you guys together." And I was like me, like being like a super nice person, and I wasn't really gonna complain and stuff. And I was like, "Okay, like that's fine. That's no big deal." And so yeah, and I was like standing there, and then this like British guy walks up to me, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going, son or lad," or something like that. And I was like standing there, and I was like, "Oh, it's going pretty good." And then he like looks at me, and he goes, "Oh," so like normally I wear like these like bracelet type things, and he go, "Oh, what do your bracelets mean?" And I was like getting ready, and he goes, this is legit what he does. He goes, "Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Gotta go." And he like walks away, and I was like, okay, like no big deal. And then he like comes back, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that, son." And he was like standing there, and he was like, "Oh, please keep explaining what your bracelets mean." And I was like, "Oh," so like started explaining them, and then he's like standing there, he's like, "Oh, yeah," and then he straight walks away, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." And then this like kid behind me's like standing there, like just jaw like dropped, and I was like saying, I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of weird." And he's like, "Yeah, that seemed pretty awkward." And then so yeah, and as we were about to go on, and so like how it works is there's like this like DJ thing, and like he like controls like all the music and stuff like that, and then like there's like this like curtain type thing, and like the guy like presses a button, and like it opens up the curtain, and there's like an audience type thing there. And so yeah, and we were like waiting like outside the door, and there's like this like tutorial thing of how like the video system works, and how like what the DJ does. And then I kid you not, this little old Asian lady, like right before we were about to go on, like walks in and with this other girl, and go, "Oh yeah, this girl in your group now." and we're like saying that, and we're like, oh, we're kind of already a group, and she go, oh, well, that's okay, she in your group. And we were just sitting there, and we were like, okay, well, I guess like we better restart the video thing, because we've already been like all the way through it. And so yeah, and like the me and the kid like that were partnered with, we both knew how to like play instruments and stuff, and I knew how to play piano, and I knew how to rap, and this and he knew how to play drums. And so yeah, and this lady legit standing there and goes, oh yeah, I don't know how to play any instruments whatsoever. And we're like standing there, we're like, oh, okay, like that's not that big of a deal. And so yeah, and like one of the things was like that if that you don't know how to play, if you can play instruments, like the DJ will set it up towards like a regular instrument. And then this lady like told the DJ, she was like, hey, so like I'm not like musically talented or anything. And the DJ was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, we can figure it out. And so yeah, and we're on the stage and we're getting ready to perform. I legit kid you not, the DJ walks up and unplugs the girl's violin, not her violin, but her piano, unplugs it, and like just leaves it there, unplugs her microphone. And me and the guy were just standing there like awkwardly. We're like really, like you just unplugged her stuff, like not like we needed or anything to perform. And so yeah, and we started performing and stuff, and the lady like starts going, and all of a sudden like her like she thinks like she actually starts singing, and there's no music coming out of her mic or anything, and she wasn't even paying attention when the DJ unplugged her thing. So she's just sitting there like playing instruments with no music or anything. And then like after the song was over, yeah, and we basically like created like a fake band name type thing. And yeah, and it was pretty awkward. But yeah, that's why I'm probably not gonna do the whole stage presence thing at the EPM again. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like this video and want me to do more story time videos, be sure to leave a comment down below. And if you guys have any of your own musical experiences, be sure to let me know in the comments. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next week with another new video. Alan JB out.